Minister, are you confident that with vaccine rollouts, Nigeria will have access, in the middle of next year, if not earlier? And are you expecting a general resumption of, Nigerian growth? Are things looking really bright?
Things are looking up, looking better. As you know, we just released our third quarter report, and the indication is a positive one, even though we reported a negative growth of minus 3.62, and technically are in a recession. But when you compare it to the second quarter result, which is minus 6.1, it's a significant improvement that we have had, and it shows that the measures we are taking are the right ones. And we are very hopeful that by the fourth quarter of 2020, we'll exit recession. If not, at least by the first quarter of 2021. So it means the steps we've taken are working. The administration, President Muhammadu Buhari, took some very early, bold measures, and the measures were largely focused on stabilizing the economy, but supporting the weak and the poor and the vulnerable within us. And a lot of effort and concentration was also given to the health response. And thankfully, you can see from the numbers that the COVID-19 pandemic in Nigeria has been very well controlled. We've had to lock down like everybody else, but we have opened up gradually, and the economy is now literally open with just a lot of precautionary measures, and we don't anticipate another lockdown because in Nigeria the pandemic is controlled and the numbers are flattening out.
Yeah. Minister, talk to me about the growing gap between the official and parallel rate of the naira to the dollar. How concerned are you about this, and are you talking to the central bank to try and close this gap?
We are very concerned, both ourselves, fiscal authorities, as well as the monetary authorities. We've been trying to take measures to close the gap, and the progress is not as much as we hope. But the reason why we have a gap is because of the decline in the revenues from the oil and gas industry. This third quarter, for example, the oil industry growth was minus 13.01%, which is the highest we have seen in about 14 quarters. So it's significant. And as you know, unfortunately, oil and gas sector is still the largest source of foreign exchange for Nigeria. So it's a situation of scarcity that we are trying to address. There's high demand and there's very low supply. And the CBN has put a process where there's a queuing on meeting the supply needs, and the needs are being addressed as time goes on. We do hope that we'll be able to get to an even level very soon, and so that the impact on the exchange rate will become moderated.
Yeah. Minister, I have a great Bloomberg chart, and you can clearly see that real interest rates in the economy are now negative. Is that a deliberate strategy to reduce the domestic borrowing costs, considering the rising debt service to revenue ratios?
Well, it's something we have had to do to be able to stabilize businesses within the economy. We actually had to reduce interest rates, especially for government intervention funds, by as much as 50%, and also granted regulatory forbearance, extending tenors of facilities, even in some cases actually suspended for some time the repayment. We're trying to get as many businesses as possible access low-cost financing in a manner that is easy, so that they can reinvest in their businesses, to revive the businesses, and also to ensure that we keep jobs. So it was a deliberate effort that we were undertaken, and we hope after a while we can begin to readjust.